look at NRG Stadium, opened in 2002 here in Houston. Today, we're keeping it all here in the AFC South. It's the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. Kaimi Fairbairn ready to get this one going. And we're off and running from Houston. Ashton Doolin now to return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. So out come the Colts for their first offensive possession. And they'll be led out by the longtime veteran at QB.
It's no secret that the number one thing a QB's got to do is lead. I love general managers and coaches and talking to them about quarterbacks. And one of my favorite lines was from Seahawks GM John Schneider that says, I want a quarterback to walk in the room and change the temperature of it. Well, I want to see this quarterback today walk into that huddle, change the temperature of it, and get his guys to follow.
Well, maybe the rest of the game's going to be headed in the proper direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards. That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They'll go play action. He'll try and run this. And he's going to get this one at the 36-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
On the play. That's good for a Colts. First down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And they send it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Taylor again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A 7-yard gain. And the Colts.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Changing things up. They're going to throw now. Finds him over the middle. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Running right. This is Taylor. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a first down.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the first down.
A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's first down at the 41. They go again with Taylor. He's stuck with him, but this one heads the wrong way. He winds up losing yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
2nd down pass play coming. It's a completion of Michael Pittman Jr. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. While that play was going on, we see that one of their teammates shaken up on the play. Not quite sure what happened, but they're out there to tend to him. Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. So the offense trying to flex a little creativity on that first down, and the defense, well, they flex right back. No gain. Second down coming up.
No gain on the play.
That's what an offensive player never wants to see, a defender just waiting for him on the edge. At that point, the play's dead. And good effort on his part to at least get back to the line of scrimmage.
Second down carry for Taylor. And he's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. They're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop her at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you've got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. He calls his own number again. Only able to get back to the line on that first down play, so no gain.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held the line, and the QB keeper gets
the 16-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Shotgun, hand off to Taylor. So a solid gain there, Brock. It's still 3rd down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. He's going to keep this one. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Colts. First down.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB who wants to put it on his shoulders,
so some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud cornerback, just throwing away from him? Well, maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
They'll send him up the middle. And they take it across the goal line for an Indianapolis touchdown. The Colts finish up an excellent opening series. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Late Group B to try the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Colts will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Texans nothing.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Here's Traymon Smith with the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So here come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, our 2023 Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now in his 3rd season out of Ohio State, it's C.J. Stroud.
It didn't take long for C.J. Stroud to make an immediate impact into the NFL, and it didn't take long for me, Kate, to form an opinion that this guy is just different. He just processes the game quicker. Remember talking to Ryan Day on the practice field in Columbus, watching him in college, and he just alluded to that as well. It's the anticipation. It is knowing where everybody is and getting that ball out before any receiver will even break on the route. CJ was unique in that way, and that skill set has been a big part of his success.
Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
They go play action with Stroud. He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here he is on 3rd and short. He's got it complete to Collins. And they are all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And the Texans, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. He's 4A up the middle, and that's about 3. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
He's brought down at the
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts get the football on the first turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
At the 37-yard line.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Trying to find his tight end. And that brings up 3rd down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Throw here, 3rd down. He's trying to lay this one in deep down the right side. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Stingley Jr. And the Texans get it back as he intercepts him for the 2nd time this game.
I know he started to play as defender. Gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back. He looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, he baited obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It would make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
This Texans offense readied up for its 2nd drive of the contest. And they're set up well inside of enemy territory, and they've got a short field after that pick. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Marks. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You can throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. It's a design boot. That one's complete. Takes Bryant out right. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Hey, I know it's tough to evaluate when you're playing at game speed when there's chaos all around you. But if he looked around, I'm not sure that's a throw he would make again. Even one of the biggest targets, big old tight end, couldn't fight back to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Big gap up the middle. And finally they catch up to him at the 11. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. It's like you always say, right back to work for him. Getting a drive moving like that turnover never happened.
And they weren't going to shy away from letting him do his thing, throwing the football. Mistakes happen in this league and in this game. And you never want to punish a quarterback for making a mistake. You want to see him continue to produce.
1st down, it's a run with Marks. And a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a group, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
1st down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Kirk comes in motion right. Looking to throw, Stroud. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
No real secret. They were going to get him and his height involved early there, Kate. The secret was how is he going to be defended? Well, they chose to go physical. And that will plant a little thought in his mind. The next time the ball comes his way, he better be ready for some contact.
For the end zone, but incomplete. That's going to force them into a 4th down decision. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's the coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player, and now as a coach, please don't do that again.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. A very short kick here from the right hash. Up and good from Fairbairn. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Colts are ready to take the field. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They strike for 23 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
It's a gain of 23
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, just a little icing on the cake.
Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Dropping back to throw. Texans closing in, and they get to him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Taken in by Downs, left side. And that will not be enough for a 1st down. Defenses are fine with surrendering that completion if it means making a stop short like they did and bringing a 4th down.
Yeah, I like when these defensive coordinators say they want to populate the ball. And that was a perfect example of it. Don't let the playmaker get started.
The Colts are ready for the punt. And they're facing a long field ahead of them as that kick skips out near the 11. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. First call here coming from the shotgun. From the gun, Stroud. Steps up and he's running with it. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But it nets the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Escapes the pocket. And that short gain is enough for him to set it down.
You know, before the snap, you know, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the 1st down.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. And the pistol, they're going to run with Marks. It'll be a quality gain on the run, and that also brings us to the end of this quarter. 1 quarter down in this all-AFC South contest. The Colts have taken the early lead. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. Welcome back. We'll begin the 2nd quarter with the Texans in possession. They're looking at 2nd and 4. It's Marks on the handoff. They find them after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
3rd and just 2 to go. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Okay, why do I think right now, as fullback hits in the sideline after that call, the lobbying begins. Give me the rock. Fullbacks don't normally get a ton of carries, but they also typically don't get plays like that.
Here's a handoff to Marks. That one good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. They give inside to Chubb. unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Stroud now on third. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down.
Incomplete.
That is somebody it's tough to truly overthrow, but it can happen. And I know what he was thinking, Kate. I'm going to put this in the spot where only my guy gets it. Problem was, that spot was even too high for him.
Texans going to kick this away on fourth, and it's Tommy Townsend on for the punt. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And they had to wave that white flag on their last drive, Brock, hoping to avoid having to call that punter this time out.
Yeah, you get several chances a game, on average, somewhere around 10 possessions, and you know not all of them are going to pan out. So you got to forget what lies behind and keep pressing on to the journey ahead.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Airing it out to start this drive. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. So it's second down coming up.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
Left side pulled in by Pittman. And he's brought down at the line.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It is caught left side. And he'll get it up to the 27.
Complete to
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Takes it in at the 26. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. First and 10 from the 32. They'll start this drive with Marks. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Got to be rush hour, Kate. There's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Shotgun now for Stroud. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
To the air on 3rd and long. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, because now
Tommy
you're giving your
Townsend
opponent a
in
chance
punt
to go
formation
pad
for
that
the
lead before
Texans.
halftime. That's a no-no.
The Colts
Now
take
the
over
Indianapolis
1st and
offense
10
heading out.
at their own 20-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now off the play action. Finds his man over the middle. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Colts. First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Only took him one play, Brock, and they have already made it to the 40-yard line. Pass play on 1st and 10. Dumped off to his running back. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on 1st down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Offense to the line. 2nd down. Looking in the air here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Got the one-on-one they wanted, Brock, on that slant, but just not enough to get the completion.
Yeah, you got to create separation. We all love the slant route. It could be super effective, but you got to beat press. You got to beat jam. You got to beat off man, and you got to create separation so there's not that bang-bang impact to knock the ball loose like that.
Complete out to the right. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field and keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And this one is out of bounds. No return on the kick.
26-yard line.
Out now come the Texans on offense. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And that's an 8-yard chunk to start this one. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that run may not move the chains, Kate. That's such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. From the gun, Marks gets it. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. To the air, Stroud. That's caught. This is Kirk. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. No run, it's Marks. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. Zaire Franklin there to make the tackle.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On second down, Marks finds a little room there, gets him about 3 yards. They're up to the 43.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Third down from the gun. Stroud has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Now it's Stroud on the keeper. And he'll take what he can get here, Brock. Sliding down with a gain of 3. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Now Marks. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. That's another Texans first down. First and 10.
You know, Kate, these are not the plays that are like bold in the stat sheet when you look back on it, but these are the kind of gains by the running back that keep the offense on schedule and move the chains.
Stroud to throw on 1st down. Looking to his fullback now. And they make this stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now. They need 7. This is Marks. They started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Brought to the ground by Cameron Bynum.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Throwing is Stroud. Oh, he's in trouble, and he's going to go down. The Colts got him. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
Protection is always tested against a blitz, especially with all the different ways the defenses today disguise them. Couldn't quite account for the number of rushers that time, and it ends just how you expect. The quarterback needed a little help to get picked up off the grass.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Things trim back down to a single-point prop as they send this off and away. On the return, here's Doolin. Spins out on one side. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And there is room for improvement from that previous drive. Stalled out, necessitated a call to that punt team.
Yeah, and in these situations, I always love reminding the offense that first down. Just move the chains the first time to get yourself into rhythm, because you don't want to see that punter anytime soon.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. He'll start on the ground. Taylor. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still 1st down.
A 1st and 5 to begin this drive following the penalty. From the gun, Taylor. And he'll pull his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd down.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in. 2nd and inches. Option give to Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That's good for a couple of yards. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Looks like they're going option keeper on 1st and 10. That one's socked right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses. But not for the defense right there. Did the homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. This time it's a passing play. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Yeah, not much scoring to this point as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from NRG Stadium in just a moment. They'll throw 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. They get 22 out of that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
That's good for a Colts 1st down. A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Indianapolis.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. They're throwing it. Dumps this underneath to Taylor. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Okay, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Throwing from the gun here. Now he takes it. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be 1st down Colts.
Well, there was no sense in taking a risk down the field when a 1st down was just to run away. They'll get to reset now and figure out just how they want to attack a new set of downs.
Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Line up the design keeper. Nothing was going to help him escape that. He gets hit for a loss. 2nd down coming up.
Send a pretty clear message to the QB right there on that one. No one fooled for a second as they create the tackle for loss.
Drive's been moving nicely, but they went the wrong way on that last snap. It's 2nd and 13. It's his running back. And he won't manage a ton. This gets to about the 26. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
It's a gain of 4.
Timeout Indianapolis. That's in second.
And 9.
And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Texans bring out an extra DB on this third down. They'll air it out on third. Built up this one up to his running back, complete. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. And there's the timeout from the offense. Just 4 seconds left to go. And that play, that should help them get some points here going into the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And that'll push their lead to 4.
Makes the score.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you could do. You could take all the time down, put points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
One last play before the break. Throwing here just before halftime. He lobs this up left sideline, looking for something big. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. While we checked in with Scott in Orlando, our two teams here, no doubt, made some adjustments. It's a close game here as we get ready for our third quarter. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. On the return, it's Jalen Knoll. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Texans sending their offense, and Woody Marks out there. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. Running this with Marks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it, and we'll move to the next.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Round completes it quick. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
Intended for
You know, these third and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on third and short, they can't get the job done.
The Texans set to punt. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Colts offense set to head out. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Here's Taylor from the pistol. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. He splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
A gain of 6.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-some years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
To the right and reeled in by Downs. And this is taken ahead to the 37. Play made by E.J. Speed.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Throwing it again here. He's not going to escape this. The Texans take him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Texans going with 6 DBs for this 3rd down. They're in dime. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Going with the screen to Taylor. Nice seam in the defense as he crosses the 45. And he's down all the way to the 30. It's a full 40 yards on the play, Brock, and a new set of downs.
Gotta be a pretty good actor. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Short pass brought in. And he will wind up out of bounds after a first down gain of right around 3 yards.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Throwing on 2nd. Deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. And the Texans have it. 30 at the 20. And Houston returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Texans grab the lead on their first series of the half. That was awesome. The return became a question of, does he have enough steam to make it back before someone runs him down?
That is the most sprinting we're going to see him do on a football field, maybe his whole life. That distance, a whole lot more than the few yards he's usually running towards quarterback in the pocket. But he had enough to reach that goal line. You're darn right he did. He could sense it, and he wanted it.
Here's Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Texans push their lead to 3.
13, Colts 10.
Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored, and with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away. On the return, here's Doolin. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Colts ready to take the field. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary?
Brings up
That's it.
2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Throwing from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down up the 28-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
So now here's 3rd and 5. He's going to throw it. Finds the in route complete. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. They gain 11 on that play. And it'll be first down Colts.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Colts first down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Sticking to the air here. Left side, pulled in by Pittman. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainers heading out to take a look. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Finds him quickly on the RPO. And they make the stop. We're going to say at about the 37-yard line.
Oh, man, these are the kind of plays you can't wait to get on film and watch the next day. Look at the fellow pass catchers. Look at the guys getting out in front, helping on that screen pass. Get your player in space, your buddies do the rest around you, and a big play follows.
Only need about the length of the football, maybe a touch more on his 2nd and inches. Straight ahead with Taylor. This is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That's another Colts first down.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, this one you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Here's a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they are going to have to face a third down here, but only need a yard at most as this play picks up 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Defender is there. He knocks it away, and that's going to force 4th down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
All right, they made the red zone, and it's touchdown or bust, it seems. They're lining up to go for this. He'll throw it. That one nabbed by Warren. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for 1st and goal.
You often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Taylor now up the middle. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a game down to the 1. Call it a 7-yard pickup, and they're just a yard away now on 2nd and goal.
Give some credit to this offense. They almost got it done on just one play running the ball in. I got to be honest, the first down run often leads to second down pass, but I don't think so now. Now you push that pile, go finish this drive.
He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts take a third quarter lead. Michael Pittman Jr. with the touchdown. Not a lot of processing time from the moment he pulled it back to the moment he made that throw, Brock. But I think we can all agree he made the right choice not to hand it off, and then the right read on that throw.
Yeah, he sure did, kid. It kind of reminds me of the option quarterbacks of our day growing up, right? Those guys that made that pitch, and it was just second nature. They were on the run, guys all around. Didn't matter. He's going to put that pitch right on them. The great RPO quarterbacks of today do exactly the same thing with their throws.
Group B to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Colts take a 4-point lead.
17, Texans 13.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Noel to return this. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. To the air. Stroud. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
Brings up 2nd.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise, you deliver, and that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Looking to throw, Stroud. Taken in by Kirk right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front, and it gave the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
That's sack number 2 for this guy, and we've got plenty of game left for him to keep wrecking it. And this is where offensively now you've got to do something. You got to make an adjustment. You got to slide to him. You got to chip to him because this defensive end has been a nightmare.
Punting unit out now, and he's been getting all of it every time out. He's got it. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Colts are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. So it's good field position for the Colts as they get set, 1st and 10. Zone read, handoff to Taylor. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 7, Brock, to begin this drive.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Last run got him 7. Here comes 2nd and 3. Quick throw is caught. And before he can reach the first, he's stopped. But this is close. Ball up to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and less than a yard.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. He keeps it himself. We're loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
And again, he's taking it on the option. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Kalen Bullock up to make the stop.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Second down pass play coming. This is reeled in by Pittman. And he picks up about 6 on the play. Stopped though right near the marker. Didn't get it. 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it 40 yards to reset the downs. He tries to sneak it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
That's all you could really expect from a sneak, Kate. 1, maybe a couple yards. So in that way, their job was executed. But the play call, well, that leaves me and I think many scratching our heads.
Punt team on the field. Rigoberto Sanchez will kick it away. And it's out of bounds without a whole lot of room for error. He hit it well. They're saying it's out at the 4.
Yard line.
Now we get a look at this Texans offense. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Stroud. Steps up, and he's running with it. And he's going to be taken down right as he reaches that 20-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs.
And the Texans first down.
I can tell you what, that was the goal from the moment he took off. Kept his eyes locked on the chains and made sure he set them up with a new set of downs. Well done.
1st down, Stroud. Lofts it deep right side. He's got it inside the 25. And he has it down near the red zone, just outside the 20.
A gain on the play of 58 yards. That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
A touchdown aside in that frame as we run out of time in the 3rd quarter. It's the Texans who have it to start here, and they come in trailing on the scoreboard. So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Here's a handoff to Marks. And he manages to reach the 19 before he stopped. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Out the middle, it's Marks. And this is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
13 yards on the play.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Here's Stroud. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
At the Colts 5-yard line.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Stroud from the pistol. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans take a 4th quarter lead. Nico Collins with the touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Missed to go up by a field goal here in the 4th. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans push their lead to 3.
Texans 20, Colts 17.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Abdullah now to return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this 4th quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Airing it out to start this drive. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 24 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First
Such a
down,
terrific
Colts.
job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best like curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down Colts.
That's another.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. As I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
They go play action on first down. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. They are throwing it again. Taken in by Downs, left side. And a stop is made at the 32, so give them almost enough for a new set of downs.
9-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Taylor trying to run for this first. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down to the 16-yard line. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down.
First down. A gain of 15.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Taylor again. And that's going to be a gain of 8 on first down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. They go again with Taylor. That is exactly why you rally to the football. You got to do one tackle, but the next guy gets him for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even rip through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Pass play coming here. From the pocket. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
This dude is putting together some kind of game today. When he scored that touchdown earlier, we knew we had to keep an eye on him. And no surprise, here he is making yet another huge impact play.
Here's an important kick now for Blake Groupie. It's a 36-yard look for him. Kicked well, and this is good! And in the 4th quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. No to return this. This makes it up to the 25. Houston's offense back out now, ready to go. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They'll start this drive with Marks. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Shotgun now, 1st round. Hits him on the in route. He gets it up to the 35, but this is short. 3rd down coming up.
Complete to number 81, Jaden Higgins. Brings up 3rd down.
He's right on the sneak. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the 1st down.
New set of downs from 37. From the gun, Marks gets it. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards.
Stay on schedule. SOS. We talk about it all the time offensively. You've got to stay on schedule, and a run like that puts you now so far behind the sticks. Going to take some superhuman effort now on 2nd down.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Throwing is Stroud. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? So they had the incompletion, but the defense decides they'd rather take the penalty and the yards and play that down again. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And he'll have it up to around the 23-yard line on the play.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You train a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So it brings up 4th down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He has it at the 22. He dodged the tackle. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Colts have running back Jonathan Taylor headed out with the rest of the offense. And his production is carried over into this 2nd half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they've placed upon him. First down now, ball at the 33. They'll work against the blitz. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. And he'll get this through midfield and start pushing into Texans territory. and 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
That's incomplete on 2nd down. No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
That play right there, Kate, that just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted. Even some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Pass play now. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. A run here with Taylor. And a power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Going with the screen to Taylor. And they're all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
The Texans are in the nickel. 3rd down. Here he goes. 3rd and long. And it's going to be caught by his back. Taylor. And he's able to get this down to the 36.
Complete to Jonathan Taylor.
It's plays like that, Kate, right wrong. Where I sit and judge the defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
Got all of it, and this is good. And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Noel to return this. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Houston offense out and ready to set up shop. Texans to the line. 1st and 10. It's Marks on the handoff. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. They send a tight end in motion. Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And it'll be a 1st down, Texans.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
They go play action with Stroud. There's a man downfield. It's Collins. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. They get 23 on that one. And it'll be first down, Houston.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Now it's Stroud. This one's to Kirk out left side. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's another Texans first down.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning in Houston. Texans trail by a field goal. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Now we give to Moss. He's dropped a big stop in a big moment there, Brock. They could not afford to lose yards there.
23-yard line.
So many of the D tackles in the league today, Kate, at some point in their background were edge rushers before they maybe outgrew that position. But they've got an explosiveness, a get-off, and it leads to stops like that.
Back to throw. That's him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
This is one of those kind of win-win situations. Both sides feel good. There's an offense, I get a completion, I get a win. There's a defense, I keep everything in front of me, I make the tackle for a short gain, I get a win too. Sometimes you can get to win-win.
This 8-play drive might be on its last legs here, partners. They try to figure out this 3rd and 7. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Kaimi Fairbairn on now as we see how he handles this moment. This is a 35-yard look from the right hash. Looking good, and it's through. And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
It's such a confidence builder to a sideline, to an entire team, Kate, when you can rely and trust your kicker in these big moments. He tied it up, and now it's incumbent upon his defense to do their job.
Kaimi Fairbairn.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. On the return, here's Doolin. And he stopped on the run back at the 27. The Colts headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Here he is to throw. Finds the in route complete. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And they jump. Now hang on. They want to take another look at this play. And a very important call coming up late in this game.
Previous play is under review.
Yeah, pretty bang play out there. It's tough to see exactly what happened on our first look in real time.
But you know what I like here, and I do appreciate, and these officials are so good at let the play just play itself out before calling it dead. Now all the replays and the camera angles will give us such a better idea of really what happened.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. 2 timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Timeout Indianapolis. That's in second. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
Second and 3 now. Setting up to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
It's a gain of 6.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
Time not on their side here as they get set for first down. No timeouts remaining either. He's going to throw it again. It's everything he has under this one. This is caught inside the 15. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that will set up 1st and goal.
Colts, 1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here's an important kick now for Blake Grupe. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. That one is good. And barring the unexpected, that's going to be your game winner.
Texans 23.
Well, I'll tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
Here's Grupe on now to handle the kickoff. This one winds up as a touchback, so they're going to have one final snap to work with.
At their own 35-yard line.
Nice starting spot for the Texans here. They're about set. 1st and 10. One final shot here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So it's the Colts who come away with a win on the road. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.